Hello everybody, Max Monty 1516 here, back again with yet another countdown to Christmas review. So, today, we're going to be taking a look at all three models of Culdee. So, without further ado, here they are. So, here is the first and oldest model of Culdee. Now, mine is specifically from the year 1999, as you can see right there. But this model of Culdee was produced all the way from 1996 up until 2001. Now, this version of Culdee was based off of magazine illustrations from the magazine series of Thomas from the 90s. And I don't think it looks very good. They really poorly illustrated Culdee in those 90s magazines. And unfortunately, since this wooden railway model is based off of those, it suffers quite a lot. Culdee is very disproportionate, under-detailed, and just very weirdly shaped. And overall, I mean, again, look at his face. It is way too small there. And he's just got this giant, flat, open running board here on the front. It looks very awkward. Like, his face is so small, it's high up, and I really just do not like how they executed that. Culdee also doesn't have a funnel. Instead, he just has what I assume is meant to be his dome here. Or maybe this is meant to be his funnel, but it's really far back, and it's also purple. So, I'm not entirely sure there. But anyway, looking on the side here, Culdee does have, like, his nameplate. He's got some red lining, and pretty much all of the detail you would expect. He's also got his number here, and of course the cab door as well. And then on the other side, the details are the exact same. And then we get to the back. Yikes. Yeah, Culdee has a back face. I still don't know what the purpose of this is, but it's there in the books. And it's also there on the wooden railway model. And this thing is horrifying. I mean, I don't know what they were trying to go for here, but it just, I don't know. It looks very, very strange, and I do not like that at all. Culdee has a history of, like, not having some good back faces in merchandise, and this is definitely, like, one of the best examples. So overall, this Culdee model is strange. I don't hate it. I don't think it's really bad, per se, but it's just not really what Culdee is meant to be, and I don't think learning curve should have gone off of those magazine illustrations. Another fault of this would be the 2004 Rheneas, and that's the reason he has white wheels, and that's also the reason he's like that weird pink color. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this model of Culdee. It's okay. I mean, some people do prefer it because it does fit the style of 90s wooden railway, but overall, I'm just going to be honest, this one really isn't for me. And now, moving on to the next Culdee, we have the exact opposite of the previous model. This is the 2005 Culdee, and I would go as far to say as that this is one of the best wooden railway models ever made. I mean, this Culdee is practically perfect. Look at him. He's got a really good face. This one is a lot more accurate. He's even got some front lining here, like done in orange there. Culdee is also a much lighter shade of purple, as you can clearly see. And then he's even got the correct sloped boiler here. Like, it's very clearly meant to be inclined like that, and it is definitely inclined just like that. So very, very good job to learning curve there. I'm really glad they did that. He's also got a smoke box here molded in plastic, as well as a very unique looking funnel there. I like that a lot. Culdee's dome is also right there in the middle. He's got some handrails on the boiler there. And of course, on his side tanks as well, they're a slightly off shade of purple. You can probably notice that in the lighting. It's just that the plastic here and the wood here are painted in slightly different hues, which I don't think that detracts from the model. At least for me, it doesn't. And then anyway, Culdee does, of course, have his nameplate here. He's got all the exposed gear detail down here now. This looks fantastic. And I like the switch from red to orange. I'm pretty sure it's orange in the books. Don't quote me on that, but it does feel more right, I think, that Culdee has orange lining here. And of course, he's also got his number. And pretty much the same detail from the 90s model, except it's just slightly more refined and there's a bit more to it. And also, I'm going to be honest, this back face isn't much better. It's a lot bigger now, and it's also quite creepier. Yeah, I don't really have too much to say about this one, but I don't like the way he's looking at me, so I'm going to stop that now. And then on the other side there, of course, Culdee's also got his cab door and other lining details such like that on the cab. And that's pretty much it for, like, all the graphics and stuff. Now, Culdee does also correctly have, like, the skirt around his wheels there, and this is also very accurate. It doesn't completely cover them, like it shouldn't, actually, only on the back part here, which, again, looks very good. I mean, they really paid attention when they were redesigning Culdee. And the shame about this model is that you could never buy them individually. You had to either buy them in the Culdee and the Apple Orchard Cars pack, or you could get him in the Day at the Works set, which also this Culdee was sold in as well. But when they updated the Day at the Works set, you could get the newer model of Culdee in that as well. So anyway, that is pretty much it for the 2005 Culdee. Unfortunately, it didn't have a very long shelf life either, because the Day at the Works set was discontinued pretty quickly after the reintroduction, and also the Culdee and the Apple Orchard Cars pack didn't last for that long either. And finally, in 2015, Mattel surprised us with one final model of Culdee for a limited edition run. Now again, this Culdee was only sold in the year 2015, but still came as a surprise, as pretty much everyone thought Culdee would never get another model. So anyway, starting off here with the face, I do think it's really nice. It looks very accurate, kind of CGI styled, and it reminds me a little bit of the 2014 Take and Play model a year before this one. Culdee's also got the printed buffer beam down there, or just like the red front area. And then also, just on the side here, Culdee's got pretty much the same detail, although slightly altered and slightly updated. Culdee retains his nameplate, number, and all the gear detailing here on the sides. He also still kind of has the skirt, although it's only like shown in this little one area here, where it's meant to be, this part right there is meant to be this, where it covers up the back wheel. So it's still kind of there, but unfortunately the entire plastic piece, as you can see, is gone. I do wish they would have kept that for this model, because I think it would have lifted the look a lot more. But overall, I mean, it still looks pretty good. And then moving on to the back, I think this is the best back face. It's still not great. It's just hard to make it look good, I think. But overall, I mean, they still tried here, and it's definitely the least creepy one, so we'll give it that. And Culdee also has a number 4 on the back up there. And then moving on to the side, Culdee has the rest of his detail pretty much the same on the other side here. He also, of course, still has his cab door and handrails and all the detail there as well. And then moving on to the top here, Culdee unfortunately does not have the slanted boiler anymore, although he still has printed handrails that are sloped, so it makes it look like the boiler is sloped. And you can kind of see there, the perspective does help that, and I'll give Mattel props for that idea. And then finally, Culdee also has a large dome up here, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Not too much else to say about this model. I do think it's kind of cool how the newer model of Culdee is kind of a hybrid between these two, or at least that's the vibe I get from it, because it kind of does look like that to me. But anyway, those are the 3 models of Culdee, and pick your favorite. Tell me which one you like the most in the comments, and that is pretty much all I have to say for Culdee. So thank you all for watching, and have a great day. MaxMonty1516 signing out.